Hello Bernie, hello Leslie, this is Jeff the Garage Guy. I just finished your garage plan. I'm going to go through and show you a couple of things about it. One thing you can do is on the same email I sent this video on, you can print out a version of this and it has the pricing included on it. So let's take a look. We got the top view of the garage. What we've done is put a raised deck floor in, a pinstripe of store wall, and a few cabinets in the back. That's the, basically the products we're adding to the garage. Now let's take a closer look at some of these details here. Okay, so in your garage, what I did was I put an 8-foot tall cabinet here, 3 foot wide by 24 inches deep. You have a kind of a unique dimension here. Let's go back to the top view. Right here, 22.5 or something like that. So I've decided I would like the cabinet to stick out further than this corner. I could have reduced the depth, but here's what's going to happen. If we install a cabinet next to this wall will certainly not be plumb. And if they're just sitting next to each other, I think you'll see the difference. A small gap at the bottom and a big gap at top or something like that. So by me bringing this cabinet out further than the wall, we can see what happens, and I can apply a little piece of trim in the corner if necessary. And I think it'll really kind of hide the inconsistencies in the walls compared to the nice new plumb cabinet. So I think that'll look good. And then on the back wall where the store wall pinstripe is, it'll just butt into that cabinet as well. So I think that's a winner design-wise. Okay, so as I said, we got an 8-foot tall cabinet, 36 inches wide, about 8 foot tall, 23 inches deep. Next to that, I stepped your cabinets down to 16 inches deep, which is a pretty darn deep cabinet for a wall cabinet. Your kitchen cabinets are 12 inches deep. These are big. Each one of these cabinets are 30 inches wide, and they're 4 feet tall. So don't underestimate the amount of stuff you can put in these cabinets. They will hold a lot of stuff. Okay, and then over the fridge, I just kept it at 16 inches deep. I will custom design this cabinet when I find out which refrigerator you guys buy. Right now, I've got it in here for a 33-inch fridge, I think, or a 34-inch fridge. I kind of looked at HomeDepot.com. I checked out some of their fridges and their dimensions. Typically, this is important, I throw a 36-inch fridge into the design. You have a spigot here and a light switch here. A 36-inch fridge, according to my math, which was derived from different measurements from other directions, so it's not exact. But according to my math, if we do a 36-inch wide cabinet and put it as close to this faucet as we can, it's going to partially cover the light switch. So this design here, I know it's in the shadows, but the light switch isn't covered. It's just right up to the light switch. So I went with a smaller fridge for that reason. The cabinet above it, it's going to be somewhere around 24 inches tall, 30 to 33, 34 inches wide depending on your fridge, and 16 inches deep. Alright, so on your printable version with the pricing, you'll see a price for cabinets. That is the price for all 4 of these cabinets installed. And then underneath you see optional base. That's this base here. I can install these cabinets floating in the air, which is what I do when people don't have a raised deck floor, because you need to hose your garage all the time if you don't have a raised deck floor. If you get a floor coating, same thing. You need to hose out your garage. We put the cabinet up in the air. The base system is really great because you never have stuff going underneath your cabinets. This base system is uniquely designed never to take on any water or moisture from the concrete. But the reason I don't do it when people wash their floors is because the trim I put around it tends to get dirty and grimy looking over the years. I've had a lot of years to go back and see my work, and I like it to look good when I come back 10 years later. So I like the base system with raised deck floor. Optional extruded handles. That's these aluminum handles that are the full height of the door. This is an option. If you choose not to do this, we just simply put regular handles on. They look fine. You go on my website, a lot of my projects have regular handles. I love these extruded handles, but they're expensive, so it's up to you. Store wall. I did a pinstripe of store wall around your entire garage everywhere I could. In other words, if there's not a cabinet or a door there, you can hang something there. I also, removed the store wall that would be behind the cabinets, obviously, and relocated 60 inches of that underneath these two cabinets, which should be really a nice place to hang hoses and things like that. So this is a really good storage system. It really gives you the tools to organize things in kind of a spread out, non-clustered way, which is really what makes the garage look nice. The store wall uses a lot of different hooks. You can get you have the best luck online if you want real variety of store wall hooks. They're just generic slat wall hooks. We have some specialty hooks. You'll never run out of places to buy hooks for this stuff. The next item is raised deck floor. If I remember correctly, you guys enjoyed this raised deck floor. Billy's got some in his garage. Really cool floor. Your garage will stay really clean because of this. You won't track things into the house. It'll transform your garage like you wouldn't believe. Wonderful floor. Our next item is wall and ceiling repair and paint. This one's a doozy. I'll be honest with you. I've never seen a garage with drywall and mud in as bad a condition as yours. I'm sure I've seen them, but not in a client's house where we have to make it look beautiful. So I've been going back and forth with my top guy, the guy that I want to do this stuff. And me and him have decided, you know what, based on our past experiences, all this texture on the ceiling is going to come down. So I priced it as if it was all going to pretty much fall off with a putty knife. I told Bernie I'd price it both ways. The other way in my mind is a long shot and unrealistic. And if Mark gets up there and that stuff is not falling off with a putty knife, then he's got to reanalyze what you guys would all get together, reanalyze what you're going to do. Try to match the texture in some of the areas, and he's going to really have to analyze what the cost is going to be. So what I have here is a worst case scenario, which I believe is what your garage is. It is no offense, but the drywall work in your garage is the worst case scenario. So I got that price for the paint, and there's my total. You'll notice an $11 discrepancy. I like round numbers, so I took $11 off the total and gave you that total there. Thank you guys for this opportunity, and I look forward to getting your feedback. Just give me a call, 513-374-9344, or respond to the email, jeff@thegarageguy.com. Thanks a lot, and have a great evening.